bestie, go. Call your best friend, cause that bitch still tryna hit me, though. I don't answer no text, little baby DM's way too rich.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the Rhythm and Flow podcast, first ever, and I'm here with Omgken and DJ Inferno.
Yes, sir, man. What's good, man? It's the first ever Rhythm and Flow podcast, man. The people have been wanting it. They've been wanting to hear more from these artists, DJs, producers, man. So, we had to bring someone for the first episode that has been rocking with us since the beginning. My guy, Omgken. Ken, how you doing?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. How y'all doing out there, man? It's your boy Omgken, straight out of Dallas, Texas. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, as you said, this is the first ever podcast, and a lot of people have been asking for a podcast, and what we're going to cover is going to be our artists, our DJs, our entertainers, our business people. It's going to be everywhere, man. So make sure that you tune into every episode because everyone's going to be special.
Of course, man. Of course. And just to get things started, man, Ken, so maybe tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what kind of music you make. Just give the people a little background on who Omgken is.
Yeah, man. So just long story short, man, I'm from Dallas, Texas. I flew out here to Oregon, to Salem, Oregon to be exact, for college. I've been making music since I was about 14 years old, man. And just been enjoying life, man, living life, taking everything steady, moving at my pace, and just living.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. What age did you start making music again?
14, man. 14 years old. I'm 22 now, but 14, man.
What was your first song ever called?
Man, my first ever song. Sheesh, I don't even. Oh yeah, I do remember actually. It was a song that my brother and I actually recorded to the remix. I'm in love with the Coco.
Oh yeah.
That was actually it was that OT Genesis song, man. Me and him made a remix to it and put it on SoundCloud, man. We also put it. We didn't originally upload it to SoundCloud, but it was this app called Rap Chat. I still have all my songs on that app to this day.
Gotcha.
And that was like when I was 14 years old, bro. It's some bangers on there too, but. Yeah, that was like the first song we ever recorded. It was super fun, man. I had a lot of fun doing it, and ever since then, like we just been on the incline.
Nice.
That's just tight, man. There's a lot that comes to it. Starting music and doing all that. So, what inspired you, I guess, to keep this music thing going?
Bro, I'm gonna start off by saying this, and I think everybody, like, as an artist goes through this, but it starts off as a confidence thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to have confidence when you're already like established, but when you have confidence like starting up, it makes everything so much easier. And I didn't have that, so I'd say like the process of me like wanting to keep going was much more unstable. It caused a lot of like on and off, starting the process, starting making music, dropping here and there, and then it kind of like fall off. But as time went on, it really stuck to me because I had a lot of good feedback, from peers around me, from people that I love. And honestly, like, honest to God truth, I wasn't listening to them. Like, they'd tell me to drop music, and like I said, I'm a natural introvert. So I never really, like, had the confidence, like, to even put something out. I'd feel like somebody's playing, whenever they're telling me that they mess with my music or, joking around, whenever I was dropping music. And I never really took it seriously. So I was like, it's a 1 in a million chance, man. I have a better chance of winning the lotto. That's how I thought back in the day. But it's changed so much, man. And, having those ones that love me and around me, support me, that's the main thing that I've stuck to, and I appreciate that.
Nice. Yeah, no, I agree, man. And would you say that, making music, being around music, is that something that your family was involved in? Like, how did you even get into making music? Did you play instruments, band? Like, how did music even enter your life?
Hell yeah, man. So I feel like, honestly, I've been around music all of my life. I started off as a Michael Jackson fanatic, bro. Like, I never told anybody this, but I used to perform, like, Michael Jackson dances. Like, I used to be, like, a dancer, choreographer, to be more technical. But originally, like, early life, my uncle was a rapper. Like, okay. My grandfather was also in a band, but the one that I was, I would see more often was, my uncle rapping. And my grandmother is a fashion designer, and she used to have, like, fashion shows when I was in elementary school. And, I never really understood what was going on. But my uncle would perform at the fashion shows, and I'd sit there and I'd be like, that's dope, bro. Like, that's like some crazy, shit that he's doing. Being able to get out in front of people like that don't even know you and like perform. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a whole another source of confidence. Like I said, I had confidence issues even back then when I was like younger. Maybe not in the form of music, but just being in front of people was like a problem. I would see those shows, man, and it sparked interest like in music. I didn't know if I wanted to be a rapper or not, but I wanted to do something in choreography and performing arts, let's say, that would eventually go up. So my elementary school years, my grandmother was also the fashion designer. She was in the church choir, and she would go to her choir, practice like during the week, and I would go with her. I'll never forget, it was at the Potter's house. Shout out to Potter's house, man. But she would go in there. I would, be like, man, singing sounds good. And I always felt like I was singing. I was always making like remixes to like Michael Jackson songs. I didn't know the words to them, and I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. But I knew, the words, and I could mix my own, remixes to it. So I joined the choir in my elementary school, and music was never really like something that we actually thought about in my immediate household. When I say immediate, I mean like both of my parents and my brother. So it was kind of hard, like, to introduce that and be like, that's something I want to do. So I always really kept it a secret. Like, it was never something that, like, anybody really knew. They were just like, he's a part of the choir just because everybody's a part of it. And I low-key liked it that way, you know what I mean? Because I couldn't deal with the pressure of people being like, oh, Ken does his own thing with music, you know what I mean? And, pushes his own agenda. So I was in choir, kindergarten through 5th grade. Then middle school came, and I had to have a performing arts credit. So I was like, okay, this can be my excuse, like, to sneak in, like, the music. I can say it's for a class and join the band. So I ended up joining the band. And for those who don't know, like, I play instruments. I play 3 instruments: the clarinet, the trombone, and the tuba. So I learned how to play those.
On his Squidward vibes.
Man, mini Squidward, Kenward. Nah, but I was playing those instruments, but I started off playing the clarinet in middle school, and that's the only instrument I played. I played from 6th to 8th grade, and my mom was cool with it. My dad was kind of like, it's cool and I support you. My dad is always supporting me, my mom is always supporting me, but they'd be like, your main thing is sports, and that's what's gonna get you to college. So I secretly was playing and practicing. I would go to school early, tell them I had to be at school at a certain time so I could go in there and practice the music. And that's how I learned how to read music and, like, basically, like, be able to read notes and different time signatures and things of that nature. And it taught me so much about music. It brought a different love, you know what I mean? Because you're not just an artist at that point, you're a musician. So it kind of, like, taught me melodies and, like, cadences. And it was so much easier, like, whenever it got to the point where I needed to record my own music, because I was able, like, already have my foot in the door. So 8th grade came, going into high school, and my dad was like, okay, it's time to lock in now, dude, you know what I mean? Like, it's time to crank up on the sports, and he was like, music is one thing, but it's time to, lock in on that and, get yourself to college. And then, after that, you can basically do what you want to do. So, man, my freshman year, I stopped making music. I played basketball, I made varsity, and I just kind of, like, stopped making it. But people around the school, this is when SoundCloud era was, like, popping up and booming. X was popping, Lil Yachty, like, all those people. I was listening to that, like, on the way to school. I didn't even listen to the radio at that point. Radio was going out the window. I literally was listening to, like, all the SoundCloud rappers: X, Trippy, Lil Yachty, all those guys, Lucky, Chief Keef, all those dudes. They were influencing me. Juice WRLD. They were all popping up in my playlist, all these new guys. And they were small at the time. They weren't even huge artists. And, like, I was like, man, these guys make their own music. Like, I can tell. And they would go on the vlogs. I'd watch the vlogs at night, late at night on YouTube, and be like, man, that's some cool shit. Like, that's some shit I want to do later. But I just don't have the money or the resources, to buy my own studio setup. Hell, I don't even know how to, like, engineer my own music. And at the time, that wasn't really a popular thing to do. So I was, kind of scared. I didn't drop any music. Like, I didn't do anything. But everybody around me was. And I remember one time, one of my homies dropped my first song my freshman year of high school. He was like, and that's when we made Coco. I was 14 my 9th grade year, by the way. Like, I was a full year ahead in school. So I was 14, and my homie was like, bro, you need to make some music. He taught me how to use GarageBand. I started using GarageBand, the headphones and the phone method, and the song sounded terrible. Like, the mixing on it was so booty, bro. Like, it was cheeks. So got in this song, man. Me and my brother's actually a feature on the first song that we created. And we made a remix to I'm in love with, and that shit it sparked it. And I would make little collab songs with my friends and stuff, but man, it dropped off after that. Like, after my freshman year, I transferred. So I moved to a private school. It's called Parish Episcopal. And I kind of fell off with it, like, because I didn't really know anybody. I didn't know how, like, they'd take me and shit. So I kind of just sat on it. But one day I played one of my songs. I played that Coco song. at the school in front of like two of my homies. They were like, bro, this is some heat. So then like we started our own little rap group. We didn't even have a name, bro. It was just like a little rap group that we had. And I just started making music on Rap Chat. Boom. I just went through there. But once I got to my junior year, I started making music. Everybody, my sophomore year was like, keep going, like doing it. But like I said, I never really thought people were taking me seriously. I thought it was just like some high school shit. Once this gets to college, it's going to fizzle out at some point, you know? Like, it's not going to matter later. And like, I'm far from being like a known rapper. It seems so distant. Man, got to my senior year, junior year, I barely dropped anything. I think I have like 2 songs that we recorded. They're still on SoundCloud right now to this day. Me and my brother did another song. I quit until I got to college. And then when I got to college, I met this dude. And the rest was history. But that's just a little background of like how it happened, how it started off. Really just little confidence, man. But honestly, I'm glad that it played out the way that it did.
Yeah, no doubt. That's just crazy, you know, considering everything that led up to that point.
Literally. It's a crazy route how that shit like turns, man, because I'm pretty sure y'all have crazy stories on like how you introduce yourself to music. Like sometimes it's even on fucking accident, bro. Like I wouldn't say mine was an accident, but it wasn't the main goal, you know. So I love it, man. I love the route that it went, man, because I feel like it made me.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, everyone has their own route, you know, going to this whole music shit. And I mean, like, we all three of us have different music backgrounds. I mean, you go from a DJ, rapper, and then me, I went from rapping to promoting and doing all this kind of shit. So, I mean, everybody has their routes. And I mean, if you ain't where you think you are, if you ain't where you think you're going to be, like, it takes time.
Takes time, for real. It's a process, man. LeBron James wasn't LeBron James, you know, whenever he woke up. I mean, he was technically. Hold on, that came out wrong.
Bro was LeBron James the second.
Okay. Maybe LeBron is a bad
he wasn't
example,
at the stature.
but he wasn't at the stature that he's at now, man. That's a gradual process, and that goes with anything, bro. Business, jobs, music,
no doubt,
sports, anything, bro. Like,
no. So, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you good. Let's go.
No. So I like how you were explaining everything and how you said you weren't meant to make music at first, but you were like more athletic, more on the basketball side and all that. So you have a clothing line called Misunderstood.
Yes, sir.
So does that add to each other? Like you thought you were misunderstood, or?
100%, man. In a sense, like the reason why I named my brand Misunderstood was the fact that like I really felt like people didn't understand what the hell that I did, because the people that were close around me, like immediately, and I didn't honestly, like honest to God, I did not talk to a lot of people like growing up. It was really only like my immediate circle, my immediate crowd, my cousins, my best homeboys, and that was it. And they all knew that I made music, and that was all the people I was really opening up to. So it was like, what the hell is this dude doing? And then the people that would see me in band, but like, you know, also be playing sports, which there were other people that did it like that, but I felt like I took it more seriously. So people would be like, bro, like, what are you? Like, what are you going to do? And honest to God truth, like, my answer would be, I don't know. Yeah. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, you know what I mean? Because at that point, man, like, honestly, like, back then, and when I'm saying back then, like, middle school, high school, people weren't thinking about doing multiple things. Everybody wanted to be one sole thing when they grew up, one sole thing whenever they went home. They wanted one personality, one persona. Yeah. Like, there was really, like, little room for, like, doing multiple things and being versatile. You know, if you were a rapper, you were a rapper. You didn't own a clothing brand. But, you know, looking at the greats like Jay-Z, Travis, all that, like looking at that and taking that into consideration, it's, you know, it's what makes you, you know? And I felt like to a certain degree, like that would play in my benefit. I didn't know, I wasn't very confident in the idea, but I knew, bro, if I could do multiple things and be limitless, which is the reason why I have this tattoo on my knee, it'll make me so much more dangerous, you know, regardless of who I presented to. But I never really, like, took the chance until, like, you know, more opportunities presented to me. But I definitely think, like, that's what shot me, like, okay, like, if I can do this, if I'm good at this, if I'm good at that, I can be, you know, more dangerous than this guy who's just a rapper, who's just an artist, who's just a musician. And that's how it played out. But misunderstood, man, like, most of the time, like I said, like, I felt like I was misunderstood. Nobody understood what I was going to do. Nobody knew, like, okay, he's serious about music and, you know, sports. It was just like, this dude needs to choose something and, like, get the hell out, you know? And it helped me form my message, bro, because I want more people that are like me, that are stuck in the position, not only with confidence, but, like, wanting to do multiple things. You can do that shit, bro. You can be that person that has multiple facets and multiple talents and put them and make that a profession. you don't have one title. I'm not a rapper. I'm not a clothing designer, and I'm not a businessman. I'm all three of those things. I'm just, Ken at the end of the day. Like, that's it. I don't have a title to a certain profession, but I do have things that I'm good at and I'm talented at.
That shit deep.
100%. Nah, man, I like how we touch base on your, clothing company, all the things that you got going on. Kind of tying to that. So what, as far as like music, clothing, or anything that you got going on, like you got anything new projects, new songs, albums, releases, clothing drops? Like, what do you got going on? What just dropped? What's coming up? Like, let the people know. I'm sure they want to know.
Definitely, bro. I'll tell it in chronological order. So, I just dropped an album in October. It's called Persona. It kind of ties into like, who I am as a person and like the multiple different, sounds that I can create.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't trying to make an album that goes platinum, and I feel like that was my key to this album because it actually started off like much better than my first album that I dropped, and it's still doing better with numbers. But I feel like with this project, I didn't go for the hit songs. Like I made shit that I liked and that I enjoy hearing. And honestly, like I had better feedback on it. You know what I mean? Like I had way better feedback on the songs, like the formatting of the album. Like it was different variety. It just spoke more about who I am and, that message of having, that limitless sound. Like there's no just one sound that I'm going to create. I can go through all of them. And I love the album, man. Persona is my newest and I feel like my best project to date. So, yeah, that's what I just dropped. I have the deluxe coming very soon. It will be dropping very soon, sooner than you guys think. And I've been working on it. I've been very strategic on how I'm placing and how I'm going to drop things, but we loading up for sure. As far as clothing, I have a new drop coming for the new year. Some of you guys have probably already seen like the logo that, that's in my profile picture and stuff like that. It's going to be dope. I won't speak too much on it, but I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, like what it's going to be and like how it's going to be formulated. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, what else did you want to know, like, right now?
I think that's it, man. I mean,
Yeah,
clothing, music, any shows or anything coming up at the moment?
For sure, man. I won't speak too much on the next show, man. I'm gonna let my guys, the promoters, handle that. But we got something planned crazy coming. I've done, I believe, 4 or 5 shows when I'm speaking in terms of like school, like year, right? Like this semester. I'm still in college, but this semester I performed like 4 times, man, and it was a hell of a ride, man. I learned so much, man, and just being with this dude, he could speak more on it. This dude has been with us, he could speak on it. Like, it's just been a wild ride, man. A lot of ups and a lot of downs, but a lot more ups, man. We're seeing a lot of positivity, man, and I'm enjoying the process. Way more ups, bro. Yeah, for sure, man. More ups. A whole lot of blessings, man. It seems small from like our point of view, man, but from like when I'm speaking to people, bro, they're speaking so highly of like us and like the shit that we got going on, man. So I appreciate that, man. That's God's gift to us. So we're just gonna keep pushing on it. But yeah,
100% powers.
So I just wanted to touch base real quick. You said that when you dropped your album, that you weren't really chasing a hit. And you know what's crazy is I read a quote years ago from Kendrick Lamar. He said, "When I started making fire music is when I stopped chasing a hit."
Oh wow,
that's facts, bro. That's so facts, because honestly, like, you have to understand that, and it sounds fucked up, but you have to understand, like, bro, every song isn't going to be a hit.
Right.
So with knowing that, you're better off making music that you like and you understand, bro. And most things that grow and blow up, bro, I'm telling you, most people are gonna hate at the beginning. And I'm gonna use an example. Playboi Carti. If you look at Playboi Carti's album, that Whole Lotta Red album, people hated that shit. Like when it first came out, like nobody even saw the message. Playboi Carti, now everybody swears by their name that he's like, he is the biggest right now. I'd say he is. And the album, they think it's just God given, and they think it's better than everything that he's dropped. And it's crazy because like you have to understand, bro. Whenever I was creating Persona, whenever I was making the music that I love, I was having more fun doing it, which I feel like made the hits. Like I was honestly, bro, like I was strategic with placing them and strategic in how I formulated the album. But bro, like when I was recording, bro, I was really like, shit, this is something I like. I don't give a damn who like it. You know what I mean? It's something I listen to every day. And granted, it wasn't just that black and white. Like I was just like, man, fuck it. Obviously, like I still was choosing songs that were playable and still like, club ready and stuff like that. But I was making the shit that I want to hear, you know,
No
and
doubt,
want to hear,
yeah.
like, and want people to see.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter about, you know, the outside sources that were pushing and saying I should make this, make that. No, I'll get to that, but at the same time, like, this album's gonna be what I want to hear and what I make. So that's how I created it, man. And I feel like you're better off doing that. My advice, my pen to any artist out there, man: make the music you like. You'll be a lot more successful. You get a lot better feedback. And you just got to have confidence, bro. It helps your confidence too, man. Like, this is something that I chose, that I liked. It wasn't what the fans, you know, want to hear. Sometimes you got to spoon feed your fans and tell them, like, hey, like, you know, this is my control at the end of the day. This is my music. This is what I got to push. And it's going to help you, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Easily, that's how you grow too as an artist. Like, I mean, just experimenting, getting uncomfortable in situations, and that's like literally how you grow. I mean,
Facts.
if you stay in one lane, I mean, you're gonna be one dimensional.
Facts. Huge facts. What you think, Inferno?
Nah, man, that's true. I mean, I think artists sometimes tend to get too comfortable and they just want to keep making the same thing. And it's like, that's cool and all, but I think when you start experimenting as an artist, trying new beats, trying new flows, just kind of seeing what you like, but also if your fans are fucking with it too, it's kind of cool because then you can say, oh, this is working, this is not working. I mean, but once you find your sound, of course, dial in. You know what your go-to sound is, your go-to beats, your go-to flow. You know, never leave that. But also experiment, because it's like you never know what kind of hit you can create by just being experimental.
No doubt.
Exactly,
No doubt.
man.
Yeah, but nah, man, that's good stuff. Tying it back to like rhythm and flow, right? So we did 5 rhythm and flows this year. You were a part of 4 of them. So which one would you say out of all 4? You know, the 3 that we had in the beginning of the year, the Halloween party. Which one was like your favorite performance and why?
Ooh. To date, man, it's got to be the Halloween rhythm and flow. That one, I feel like that was like my best performance from me. I had a lot of energy. I was sober too, by the way. I was sober, so I didn't.
Not today.
Oh, not today. Shout out to the Blank Cup, but
no
I was
promo.
totally sober, man, and you know, I felt like I had a lot more energy, man. I felt like I was going out there. I was, you know, communicating with the crowd, controlling the room, controlling the flow of the songs. Obviously, had my boy Inferno there, you know, keeping the cadence of the beats and, you know, just playing what needs to be played at what time. Powers MCing, man. So it was just honestly good. We didn't have too much stress, but I just felt like the show itself was formulated perfectly. We had a perfect setting. It was a great turnout. There was a lot of people there, so that has to be my favorite one. The first one is a close second. Just because, honestly, like, the first one is always going to be, like, you know, the most memorable. That's, like, the first one we did together. And it was experiment, you know what I mean? So, but Halloween, for sure. That shit went up. If you were there, you know. If you know,
Halloween
you know.
was lit.
Bro, that shit was lit, bro. I don't even remember Power. I saw Powers, and after that, I just didn't see him anymore. That's how lit it was, man.
No, me and Inferno were going back and forth being outside, so I mean.
Yeah, but we were working, man.
Yeah, it was work.
It was a lot of work behind the scenes, but shit, man. It was, like you said, it was a good turnout. A lot of people came out. I mean, it was packed, like literally packed. We had people waiting outside. But yeah, nah, I agree with you, man. The Halloween one was probably one of the best ones. First one close second, just because, like you said, you know, it was experimental. We were trying new things. Really didn't know if it would hit. We didn't really know it was gonna sell out like it did. But yeah, man, I agree with you. Those are some good memories.
Facts. What's your favorite one, Powers?
My favorite one was Halloween too. I mean, I think I speak for all of us that Halloween is like our favorite, but then the first one is gonna always, you know, hit home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be the first one because it was the first one that got it started. And if you haven't been to a rhythm and flow, where the fuck you been at?
Where the hell you been at?
Where the hell you been at? For real.
I'm trying to figure out where they been at, Inferno.
Shit, man. Not at Rhythm and Flow.
They ain't at rhythm
On the
and flow,
couch.
but they missing out though because at the last one we gave out what, $1,000 something bucks.
Yeah, bro, like $1,700
On a light day.
in giveaways.
That's the type of shit you see at Rhythm and Flow. I don't think you'll see that anywhere else.
So
Yeah,
not
man.
only they missing out though on a dope ass event, they missing out some cash.
Pay them bills.
Yeah.
Come on, bro, we could have paid your rent.
And then the fourth one, we had our boy Hydro design it. Shout out Hydro. He was giving away custom fitted hats, man. I mean, those things retail anywhere from $50 to $80. He was giving a lot of them. So things like that always happen at Rhythm Flow. Like you never know really what's gonna happen, man. So
and that's not even the first one he was giving out hats. He gave out hats at the last one before that too.
Exactly.
So he was just giving them away.
He's just throwing them up like it's nothing. Man.
And these are custom fitted.
These are custom fitted. I was just about to say that, bro. This ain't your regular like lids cap, bro. He'll get you some heat, man. So shout out to my boy Hydro, bro, because he a real one for sure.
Yep. And shout out to everyone that has been to a Rhythm and Flow, man. We appreciate y'all's support, man. Just keep riding with us. You know, we got this podcast going. We got a lot of more content side of things going. Of course, we're going to keep the events. You know, we're going to be making some announcements for that stuff pretty soon at the start of the new year. So stay tuned for that. But, I mean, in the meantime, that's kind of why we wanted to start this podcast. It's just, you know, to keep the people get engaged, let you guys get more insight, like on the artists, DJs, producers, just every person we're working with, man. So we appreciate y'all.
And let us know what you want to see at the Rhythm and Flow,
that
bro.
Too, yeah. Give us
we
ideas.
Need that feedback,
what
bro.
artists, what kind of giveaways, what kind of themes. Like, we're looking for any type of suggestions, man. So if you do have a suggestion, drop it down in the comments. This is going to be on YouTube, probably our Instagram too. So, I mean, drop it down in the comments. Let us know what y'all want to see.
Please do.
But, yeah, man, for real, we appreciate y'all. Powers, other question for Ken?
Yeah, so we talked about your favorite memory. Now, let's go ahead and go with like what's in your bag. What can you live without? I want to know Ken, right? I want to know Omgken. What can't Ken live without?
Man, let me think. How many we giving? 3, 5? What you need?
It's gonna be like what? Three.
Yeah, top three
things you can't live without.
3 things. All right. First thing is not the vape. I promise you, it is not the vape, bro. And I know what y'all think, because that's probably what some of y'all was going to think I was going to say. But it's not, bro. I can live without it, I promise, bro. I'm fighting it. But on a serious note, the first thing I can't live without is a hair tie. Bro, like a hair tie, if it's not on my wrist, bro, for one, I feel like it's good luck, bro. I keep it on my right wrist at all times. So I always have one. It doesn't matter. But a hair tie, bro, because my hair is long, bro. I have to have it, especially when I'm performing, bro. That's just annoying. Or like when I'm in, you know, studio sessions or like, you know, podcasts like these, bro. The headphones, they don't fit right when you ain't got the hair tie, bro. Like, it's just not gonna fit. Plus my head's already gigantic as hell, so got that huge dome. Second thing is my rings, bro. I keep 2 on each hand. If you see it, it's always. My dad keeps 2 pennies in his pocket. In both his pockets, actually. My mom keeps 4 bracelets on. I gotta keep 4 rings on. You feel me? It's just a part of it. It's something that I've always done, and I'm always gonna have 4 of something. It doesn't matter what it is, but the rings is what, you know, I'm on right now. Third thing that I keep on me, let me think. Probably my keys, bro. These keys like run my life. Like, they run it for real. I can't get in anywhere without these keys. Like my building, my house, anything. Like, I just can't. It's something I have to have in my pocket, bro. And plus, like, I won't be driving nowhere. I can't even, you know, go to places I need to go. So those are those 3 things, man, for sure.
Now, that's a solid 3. I mean, if I had long hair, I'm pretty sure a hair tie would be on there too.
Your hair's pretty long, bro.
Yeah, let's get in there. I mean, keys, you can't get anywhere with keys. I was kidding. It's not long at all.
I was about to say, are you growing it out?
Sure, bro.
Are you growing it out? You should, bro. You should get like a mohawk, like the Mr. T.
My barber doesn't want to help me, so.
Oh shit.
What
so you just go with the low.
that's my barber.
I didn't say shit,
bro.
And look. You sit on the chair and you tell me what you want every time.
True.
Hey, nah, get that cut from Powers, bro.
Yeah, shout out Powers.
I mean, I'm alright.
Oh my god.
But yeah, man, that was a solid 3. I mean, I think that was pretty much all the main questions we had. I mean,
I want to know what's something y'all can't live without. One thing.
My phone, to be honest. I mean, it's
you can't say.
Bro,
you
can't say phone. That's too
that.
easy.
Too easy.
I feel like the keys answer was too easy.
Okay.
But go ahead, give us something like.
Powers, you have something?
Why you gotta throw that shit on me?
But
you know, I'm gonna answer it though. 2 $2 bills, always. I gotta keep 2 $2 bills. I just feel like it's lucky for me. You know, I never run out of money with them.
Money.
I don't know.
That's actually facts though, because he did say that off camera, so that's not just for the camera. He keeps 2 $2 bills.
I keep 2 $2 bills on me always.
I don't own any $2 bills.
Oh, actually, one thing that I actually do keep in like my backpack, and like I have one in my car. It's like the dongle adapters for the new MacBooks. Can't live without that, bro, because I always need one for like DJing, exporting files, this and that. Like I literally have two, one in my car, one in my backpack. Sometimes I just try to keep one on me, bro, because you need it nowadays.
Bro, I can't keep a dongle for a week without
so
losing
many
it.
of those?
Hey, our cameraman Lax got $3,
Oh my God.
$2 bills
Oh my
right
God,
there, man.
please show him the camera.
Hey, just
Only at Rhythm and Flow. This is not cap. This
$3 $2 bills.
Hey man, just a quick side note too, man. Shout out to 503 Films, shot by 503 Films, man. He's helping us out. We're gonna be making some dope content. He's gonna be behind the camera work for the podcast, all Rhythm and Flow content. So I mean, make sure y'all go follow him. Shot_by_films_503. Yeah, something like that. We'll make sure to put it in the
It's gonna be
description.
down here, so
Yeah,
make
of
sure you
course.
follow.
Yeah,
and
man.
then again, it's made by Power, Omgken and DJ Inferno.
Yes, Sirski, man. Another thing, man. Shout out to 503. Shout out to Lax, man, because honestly, he's on the up and coming incline, man. He's doing a lot of good work around the city, man.
Oh, yeah.
Tap in with him, bro. He's already linked with a lot of the artists, a lot of the headliners here in Salem, bro, and he's just gonna keep getting better. So he's on the come up, bro. He's working hella hard. I've seen the work that he's put in, bro, and it's no cap what he's about to do, and I'm excited to see it, bro. So shout out to you, bro, for real, dead ass.
Let's get it, man.
Shit in general, Rhythm and Flow about to blow up. I'm just saying, hop on the train while it's empty, man. And that shit ain't even empty right now. All I'm saying.
The
Yep.
gas tank full, baby. We on the way.
Facts, man. Hey, well, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. The first ever Rhythm and Flow podcast. Again, made by Powers, DJ Inferno, our guest, Omgken, man. We'll put all our socials, Rhythm and Flow social website in the bio. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Next week, we'll have another one. We're going to be dropping these things, like I said, every week, man. So make sure y'all tune in. Appreciate y'all. Let's get
toast.
I don't got shit. Fill me up.
it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You feel
Fill me up.
Shouts out, man. Catch y'all.
We
Hell
outta
yeah.
here.
See
We
y'all
outta
on the
here.
next one. Peace.